Bella guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope your energy is high and creative today. Full disclosure, before we dive into the video, I was not paid by Dehancer nor any other company to make this tutorial. So everything you will hear is the result of my passion for this plugin and for the movie Alive. Dehancer didn't impose any requirements on what to say, and they will not review this video. So basically, my thoughts on the plugin are not biased in any way, except from the fact that I love it. I reached out to them explaining the idea for this tutorial, and together we thought it would be cool to give away to one of you lucky guys a free lifetime license with Dehancer Pro worth $449. Make sure you stick till the end of the video because I will be explaining the rules to enter the giveaway. Apart from the contest, which I encourage you to enter, the guys at Dehancer were so kind as to offer a 10% discount to you guys using the promo code CLADESI. The discount is valid on any Dehancer product purchased on their website. So if you love the film look as much as I do and you decide to get one of their plugins, not only you will do a huge favor to yourself, but you will also be contributing to grow my channel. To make it easier to watch, I divided this video into chapters, so feel free to jump into the parts that interest you most. I like these fairy lights. I've been a man of my word. In my Dehancer Pro versus Lite video, which you can watch clicking here, I told you I could keep them even after Christmas, and here they are, shining gloriously. Right, it's time to fasten your seatbelt and dive into today's video. Let's go.
After 20 years, you analyze a lot. You remember people, heroism. The miracle of the Andes, that's what they called it. Many people come up to me and say that had they been there, they surely would have died. But it makes no sense, because until you're in a situation like that, you have no idea how you'll behave.
As I said in the intro, I love Alive. I've been loving it since I was a kid actually, as it is one of my dad's favorite movies too. I think I have an emotional link with it because it reminds me of when we used to watch it together in the early 90s. Gosh, I'm getting old. What about you guys? Do you have any special memories linked to this movie? Share your memories in the comments. When I first heard about Society of the Snow, the recent Netflix success inspired by Alive, I promised myself I would watch it, and I must say, it was not an easy watch. It was very moving. I felt so many different and intense emotions, just like the original Alive did many years ago. This is what gave me the idea of creating The Miracle of the Andes as an expression of great affection for the movie and also a personal tribute to whoever was involved in this life-changing experience. The importance of the audio. First of all, let me tell you that audio is everything. You can film the best scenery in the world, but if your soundtrack or voiceover are not powerful, your final result will be weak. That's why I chose to develop my vision around a very strong audio experience, such as the monologue narrated by the great John Malkovich. And the music that you hear is indeed the original soundtrack of the movie, so I guess audio was an easy win for me. Creating the video. Bear in mind that I have filmed this with a DJI Mini 3 Pro, and for the ND filter I mounted a FREEWELL Mist edition in order to soften the overall look and make it less digital. I've put a link for the filters in the description, but I have no affiliation with FREEWELL whatsoever. I simply like their products and I thought you might like them too. Let's see how I created The Miracle of the Andes and focus on the storytelling. To do this, I divided the opening scene into 3 crucial moments, starting with the establishing shot. The establishing shot, as the word suggests, is the clip that establishes where the scene is taking place. For this purpose, I chose a very wide shot, probably the widest I had in my SD card, in order to give the viewer both a sense of vastness and isolation. In this very first clip, Not only you are telling the audience the where, but you are also expressing the why. The combination between a wasteland scenery and the reflective voiceover of John Malkovich sets the mood for the entire opening scene. The first clip is deliberately 10 seconds long and pretty static in order to emphasize the slowness of the days passing by and the resignation of the protagonists awaiting their ineluctable fate. The first 2 or 3 clips are also the ones with which you want to hook the audience for the rest of the video. This brings me to the next moment, which is get closer. Once you've established the location and the mood, it's time to give the audience a closer look to what they are watching. This is when you need to get closer to the land and show some more details. In my case, I chose to feature this very dramatic bridge along with an empty railway. Although there is no train, this is to deliver a sense of hope, a chance to twist your destiny and create a path to salvation. But as you can see, there is no train on the railway, and this means that the path to salvation is challenging. This is why it is the moment to add some movement. After a beginning where the slow editing pace served as a comfortable bed to better empathize with the narrator's words, this is where the clips change faster and the eyes of the audience get more excited. The drone needs to be even closer to the objects, almost touching them, like flying very low to the ground or through these arches, for example. I did this to symbolize the protagonist's fight for survival, which is highlighted by a sudden change of sound and nicely paired by an epic soundtrack. Now that I shared my storytelling vision, we need to create a convincing film look to reminisce about the original movie, and let's see how I achieved that by color grading with Dehancer Pro. Don't forget that Dehancer and I are giving away a Dehancer Pro free lifetime license, so don't go anywhere because at the end of this video I will explain how you can enter the giveaway. It's really easy, don't be scared. Grading with Dehancer Pro. Step 1 was applying a Rec 709 LUT to correct my D-Log footage, and step 2 was color correcting the clips. On both steps I have used the Premiere Pro Lumetri color, although I could have accomplished the same result in Dehancer Pro as I did for the video you're watching right now, and as I showed you on the video comparison Dehancer Pro versus Lite that you will find in the description. In that video I've explained that Dehancer Pro features a total of 18 tabs, and 15 of them contribute to the look. For today's The Miracle of the Andes color graded session with Dehancer Pro, I have used 6 tabs. Here they are: film, film compression, print, film grain, halation, and bloom. Actually, I should have said 8, because at the end of the session I have also used the tabs film damage and film breath, but we will get back to this at the end of the chapter. For film, I have chosen the legendary Kodak Vision 3 500T film stock, used in several Christopher Nolan's movies like the latest 2023 Oppenheimer or the 2010 Interstellar, Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight, and the 2015 Star Wars The Force Awakens. Check out a website called shotonwhat.com for this and more amazing details about thousands of movies. Look how much one single tab has already made the video more filmic. For film compression, I simply used the default settings, as straight out of the box they provided this nice decontrasted look that is so peculiar of Hollywood movies. Look how film compression softens the highlights and tinges the mountains with orange. So beautiful, isn't it? For the print tab, I haven't selected any specific print film, so I left it on linear with the default settings, and I simply toggled analog range limiter on. This gave me the best result for the decontrasted look I'm after, because it adds a faded misty layer which makes the overall picture more interesting in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, the print films within the list are amazing and they all provide fantastic results. but for this specific project they looked a bit too contrasty to my eye. I don't know if you can feel that, but this process is so much fun. In a way, it catapults you in a dark room and makes me think I'm there, handling celluloid films and choosing the best print and witnessing the photograms coming to life. This plugin really makes me want to discover more of analog cinema. I actually might read a book about it one of these days, so if you have any good title to recommend, please stick it in the comments. I have used film grain in a very subtle way, so much that in order to show you the before and after, I need to magnify the clip a good 200%. This time I chose to customize all the settings because all the presets in the list provided more grain than I needed. The same applies for halation, for which I went very easy. In fact, as you can see, the impact value is only at 22%. That's because I simply wanted to add a touch of magenta to the snow and make the picture look more towards the golden hour. You can see how if I crank up the impact to 100%, it makes everything more orange/purple. With bloom, I continued on the same unobtrusive trend and I opted for the 65 to 70 mil preset, which is the most low-key amongst the 4 presets, and it creates the exact amount of halo on the highlights that I seek. Also, I have decided to use a second Dehancer Pro, which I've put straight onto the nested sequence of the actual clips. And here comes the explanation I owe you about the tabs film damage and film breath. Film damage, as the name clearly suggests, adds dust, hair, scratches, stains and emotions irregularities damage that appear on film. Out of the 4 presets, I went for the 35 Super 35 mil one, which was not too crazy but just right. The film breath effect is that accidental change in the frame's exposure, contrast and color, which provides to the viewer's experience that analog feeling. The presets are a bit too hectic for my taste, so I chose to customize the effect and again make it a bit more discreet. As you can see, it's there but it's not there. Now I can't recall why I've worked them in the nested sequence of the clips rather than in the adjustment layer. Perhaps this way lowered the scratches and the tints and made them both softer. I honestly don't remember, guys, because when I am in the zone of color grading, I like to do so many little experiments and then it's hard to remember them all. Can anyone relate to this? Comment. As a final touch, I added the classic letterbox, but not in the most classic way. As you can see here in the effect control panel, uniform scale is toggled off. This means I can stretch the video both in height and width. In my case, I decreased the height value from 100 down to 94 to reveal the black background and create the famous black bars. As a result of lower height, the video stretches in width, giving me a sort of anamorphic lens feeling. I know this is not the most orthodox method, but it works and I like it. I purposely didn't go too far though, so as not to ruin the image, hence a value of 94 was a good compromise. I would personally not use this not classic technique if you have a human subject in the clip, because the stretch might look too obvious and not very pleasing to the eye. But it's always down to your taste, so feel free to experiment. Dehancer Pro free lifetime license giveaway. Alright, let's finally talk giveaway, shall we? Entering the giveaway is very simple. You only need 3 steps. Step 1, subscribe to this channel. Step 2, leave a comment on this video with the hashtag FilmLook. You can write whatever you want in the comment, as long as you remember to add the hashtag FilmLook if you want to enter the giveaway. Step 3, follow my profiles on both Instagram and TikTok. The giveaway will end on Wednesday, the 20th of March 2024 at 11:59 p.m. The winner will be chosen using an online random comment picker, so every one of you will have the exact same chances to win. Feel free to share this giveaway with your friends, by the the way. The winner will be announced on my social media channels on Sunday the 24th of March, so keep an eye on my stories that day, and I will also personally DM the winner on Instagram, TikTok or YouTube. Make sure you check your inbox. You can read the rules again and find the links to follow my social media in the description of this video. Good luck everyone! If you really can't wait and want to put your hands on one of the Dehancer product right now, don't forget you can get 10% off using the promo code CLADESI on any Dehancer product purchased on their website, both for photo and video. Some of you have already taken advantage of the promo code, and this is such an amazing feeling, guys, because you are literally contributing to grow this channel. I really appreciate it, so huge thanks to you and all those who will equally decide to use the promo code in the future. It's a wrap, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I would feel the happiest man on earth if it added value to you as a filmmaker and to the storytelling of your future creations. I would love to read your comments, and also if you haven't yet, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel, which would be a huge help to grow this community. It would be great to have you on board as well, and please feel free to leave a comment with your advice for me. This is our beautiful community where we can all learn from each other. Thanks so much for watching the whole video. You're my hero. I wish you the best, and remember, enjoy first, then hit record. Bella!